Hello, my name is Paul C. Behr, President of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering here in Mason City, Iowa, and Denver, Colorado. Worldwide College of Auctioneering has had the honor to have trained over 40,000 auctioneers in its over 80-year history. Students have come to Worldwide from, of course, the United States, Canada, and many other foreign countries, Mexico, Australia, Ireland, England, certainly Central and South America, the Philippines, India, and even other countries. At Worldwide College of Auctioneering, some of the students, some of the auctioneers that have graduated from Worldwide have went on to distinguish themselves nationally and internationally. And at Worldwide College of Auctioneering, we have a Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions, and I would like to introduce you to some of the auctioneers that are in our Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. I would like to start with Worldwide College of Auctioneering Vice President Vicki Ginder. Vicki's the Vice President of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. She's also part owner of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and she's of course in our Hall of Fame and Hall of Champions. She is the only non-spouse owner of an auction school in the world. And she is a wonderful lady. She does a wonderful job. And she and her husband Dell make their home in Mason City, Iowa, and runs the office and does all the things to make Worldwide a success right in Mason City, Iowa. The next picture I would like to show you is the founder of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and that's Colonel Joe Reich. Colonel Reich was one of the foremost auctioneers in the world in his day. He started the auctioneer school, or started Worldwide as actually Rice Auction College in 1933. He saw a need for quality auctioneer education throughout the country and throughout Canada and other countries. And many of the techniques that are used today, Colonel Reich started. Worldwide, we start on time and we end on time. And we treat people right and do the very best job that we possibly can. Colonel Reich, as I said, was one of the foremost orators and the foremost auctioneers of his day. He was trained as an attorney. He was not a practicing attorney, but he was a law school graduate. And he was, as I said, one of the greatest orators in the history of the auctioneering profession. A very, very smart man and did a wonderful, wonderful job. I had the honor and distinction of being the last young auctioneer that Colonel Reich trained before he retired. And I learned a lot from him, and he was a great guy. And I thought a lot of him and still think a lot of him today and consider him the greatest auctioneer in the history of the auction profession. Ladies and gentlemen, next is Colonel Gordon E. Taylor. Colonel Taylor and his wife Eve bought the auctioneer school in 1974. And ran it very, very successfully until 1993. They owned it for almost 20 years. Colonel Reich had owned it for almost 40 years. And auctioneers that were trained by Gordon Taylor and his wife Eve were affectionately called tailor-made auctioneers. And Gordon just passed away recently, and he was over 90 years old. He had a very distinguished career. He was a good man and a gentleman, and well respected and well honored by everyone in the auction profession and also everyone in his community. He had a large turnout at his funeral and, as I say, was well liked by everyone in the community. The third owner of Worldwide College of Auctioneering was Bill Addis and his wife Susie, and they owned the auctioneer school. They owned Worldwide from 1993 till 2001. And they ran it very successfully and did a great job. Bill and his wife now live in Edmond, Oklahoma, and he sells a lot of horse auctions, not only in Oklahoma, but all around the country. A very successful auctioneer and an excellent, excellent auctioneer. I might add, getting back to Colonel Taylor, Rice Auction College was named Rice Auction College from 1933 till 1974. Colonel Taylor changed the name from Rice Auction College to Worldwide College of Auctioneering because obviously there was more students coming and attending from Canada and all around the country and all around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the next picture I would like to show you is Colonel Jack Hines. Jack Hines is our senior instructor, and Jack Hines has been here almost 50 years, and he's only missed one term in those 50 years, almost 50 years. He's a great guy. He is an excellent auctioneer, and has done an excellent job of training new auctioneers throughout the history of not only worldwide, but his involvement with the National Auctioneers Association and other places. When I start auction school and introduce the instructors, when I introduce Jack, I always say to the attendees or the students, I'm going to tell you something about Jack Hines that perhaps no one else that you know has done. And this is what that is. Jack Hines was a young auctioneer in the late 70s, and not only practiced auctioneering, but had a small, was an agent for a small insurance company. One summer, the hail came through, the wind came through, barns were knocked down, the crops were devastated, and Jack, as an agent, certainly was not responsible for that legally, but the insurance company went bankrupt. And Jack took it upon himself, because of his integrity, to pay each and every one of the farmers, each and every one of the folks that had a loss, in the amount of almost $2 million. When I introduce Jack, I always say, if you look up the word integrity in the dictionary, there could be a picture of Jack Hines in there. He's a great guy, and truly an asset to the auction profession and Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Folks, the next picture that I would like to show you is Dr. John Witt. John Witt was our second senior instructor. He passed away at a young age in his early 60s. And John was an auctioneer, as I said, and a veterinarian. He was a great guy, and he helped Worldwide and trained many auctioneers throughout Worldwide's history. The next auctioneer that I'd like to show you is Colonel Keith Sadoff from Creighton, Nebraska. Keith is a 1981 runner-up world champion livestock auctioneer. He was president of the Nebraska Auctioneers Association. He was president of the Nebraska Market Association, and he's one of our most beloved auctioneer instructors. He's been teaching here at Worldwide for over 30 years. He's a big bear of a guy, and he comes in and immediately everybody loves him. That's Colonel Keith Sadoff from Creighton, Nebraska. The next auctioneer is an auctioneer from Lake Mills, Iowa, and this is Bruce Helgeson. Bruce Helgeson went to auctioneering school in 1978, and he had such ability that Colonel Gordon Taylor hired him to teach just 3 years later at auction school in 1981. He's got an excellent business in Lake Mills, Iowa, and he spends his winters with his wife Connie in Palm Springs, California. So Bruce has done well in the auction profession and is just a real good guy. The next auctioneer that I would like to show a picture of is an auctioneer that is just a very valuable auctioneer to Worldwide College of Auctioneering. This is Darrell Cannon from Iowa City, Iowa, or Palo, Iowa. And Darrell is not only a Worldwide graduate, but a Iowa State champion auctioneer, and a president of the Iowa Auctioneers Association, and a member of the Iowa Auctioneers Hall of Fame. He's quite well known and quite well respected in the auctioneer circles here in Iowa and across the country. And he comes up each and every session and helps us here at Worldwide. In fact, he facilitates for a couple of days, and when they leave, the students love him, and we think the world of Darrell also. The next picture I'd like to show you is Jerry Stanbaugh. And Jerry is an attorney. He teaches our auction law here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering and has since 1978. He's the #1 contractual auctioneer in the state of Iowa and the nation. and does business not only here in Iowa but all across the country. And Jerry comes out and teaches, as I said, auction law, and does a wonderful, wonderful job, and he's well liked and well respected. This is Deb Hild. Deb Hild is our voice care and vocal instructor here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and is taught for Worldwide since 1989. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She's an excellent, excellent singer, and certainly teaches each and every one of the students while they're here how to take care of their voice and how to have longevity as an auctioneer, and have the very best voice quality that an auctioneer can have. She's a wonderful lady and does a great job. One of our next instructors is Colonel Wayne Pauls from Thornton, Iowa. And Wayne and his wife Connie run a very successful auction business down in Thornton, Iowa. And interestingly enough, he specializes in farm auctions and antique auctions, and many times in a town of 300, he'll have 11 states represented and over 500 people in his little town of 300 people. It swells to almost 3 times what the population is normally because of the good job he does in his expertise. This is Colonel Angelo Lopez. And Angelo Lopez is our bilingual auctioneering instructor, Spanish and English. Angelo has got a personality plus. He grew up in New York City. When he was a young man, he went to Puerto Rico, and he worked hard and made enough money that he retired when he was in his 40s. He then moved from Puerto Rico to Minnesota. At one time, when he moved from Puerto Rico to Minnesota, he went from 90-degree weather one day in Puerto Rico to 40-degree weather, below weather in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, a difference of 130 degrees in one day. And Angelo is a great guy. He's a great father. He's a good Christian man, and does a great job at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. He's one of the favorites of all the auctioneering students. Angelo also served our country in the U.S. Army with the famed 82nd Airborne. In fact, he had 77 jumps with the 82nd Airborne during his service career. The next auctioneer is Colonel Jim Seek from Mason City, Iowa. And Colonel Seek went to auctioneer school to be a household auctioneer. And he got out, and now and shortly after that, he got interested in Watt pottery and carnival glass. And now he's the leading Watt pottery and carnival glass auctioneer in the country, going all over the country in Kansas City and Texas and California, selling carnival glass and Watt pottery. He's a great guy, and we're lucky to have him at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. The next auctioneer is Dan Prohaska. Dan is from Des Moines, Iowa, Grimes, Iowa, suburb of Des Moines. And Dan is a Iowa State champion auctioneer. He's also a Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate. One of the things that Dan teaches when he comes to auctioneering school that the students like so well is he lines up box lots on the floor. And that's his training is selling box lots, just like a lot of auctioneers will sell box lots when they get out of auctioneer school. He's very well liked. He's a great guy. He's also an auto auctioneer who conducts auctions each week in Des Moines, Iowa, Davenport, and East Moline, Illinois, Omaha, Nebraska, and Minneapolis, Minnesota. So he's very much in demand, and is an excellent, excellent auctioneer and a state champion auctioneer. The next auctioneer that is in our Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions, is Robert Mayo from Belton, Missouri, a suburb of Kansas City, Missouri. And Robert has got quite a story. He and his wife Eileen are both auctioneers, and they have 3 children. They live in Belton, Missouri, as I said. Robert teaches our technology course, online auction, technology, how to get auctions, how to work in the technology world within the auctioneering profession. He's a great guy, and he is absolutely just one of the leading auctioneers in that area. In fact, the National Auctioneers Association tapped Robert to help write their auction technology specialist course. And he's got the intellectual horsepower to do that. And we are lucky to have him as an instructor at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. The next instructor is a man that, and an auctioneer that I've known for a long time. Doug Merfeld is from Marble Rock, Iowa, and in fact he was the mayor of Marble Rock, Iowa for a period of time. And Doug has sold horse and pony auctions throughout the United States and during his career, et cetera, et cetera. Doug and I had similar careers from the standpoint of we went to auctioneer school about the same time. We worked with Colonel Joe Reich as young auctioneers when we were both young, and he is just outstanding in every way and comes in each session and helps us out. The next auctioneer is a lady, an international champion auctioneer from Canby, Oregon. Her name is Jill Marie Wiles, and Jill Marie is an international champion auctioneer from 2001, and she has also served on the National Auctioneers Foundation Board. She's also been the vice chair of the National Auctioneers Association Educational Institute, which is one of the most important positions in the National Auctioneers Association. Jill Marie has an ability to really relate and connect with each and every one of the students. She's an excellent bid caller, but she also conveys to the students how they can be an auctioneer and how they can realize all the potential that's inside of them. Great gal, great lady. She and her husband Tim live in Canby, Oregon, and are raising two little girls that are just wonderful young ladies, and lucky to have those two for a mom and dad, may I add. This is John Nichols, Vice President of the National Auctioneers Association. John has distinguished himself in the auctioneering profession. He is the 1990 Virginia Rookie of the Year, 1994 Virginia Champion Auctioneer, 2003 Virginia Auctioneer of the Year, 2003 World Champion Auto Auctioneer, 2006 NAA or National Auctioneers Association International Champion Auctioneer, and 1990 a graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. He's a great guy. He's very articulate and has the heart to be an auctioneer and a heart for people. John was elected Vice President of the National Auctioneers Association last year and will serve starting in 2016, July, as President of the National Auctioneers Association. A great leader, an excellent auctioneer, has sold many collector car auctions throughout the country, also thoroughbred horses. He and his father operate a real estate auction business and a general auction business in Fredericksburg, Virginia. And also he was the 2015 National Auto Auction Association Auctioneer of the Year. Quite a list of honors for an excellent auctioneer from Virginia, and we're very happy that John Nichols is an instructor here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. He instructs on real estate at auction, also on how to do your best and how to do your best as an auctioneer. The next auctioneer is an auctioneer that's deceased. His name is Jimmy Eastman. He's from Riceville, Iowa, and Jim Eastman was the Vice President of Worldwide College of Auctioneering when Joe Reich owned the auction school from 1933 to 1974. A great guy and an excellent auctioneer. His family still is in the auction business in Riceville, Iowa right now. The next auctioneer is the most recognized auctioneer in the world. His name is Spanky Assiter. He's from Canyon, Texas, or Amarillo, Texas. And Spanky is not only known in this country, but all around the world. There's no place that he can't go that somebody doesn't recognize him in an airport or in on an airplane or in a Perkins restaurant or whatever. And Spanky's got quite a history. He's the 1991 International Champion Auctioneer. He's the 2005 World Champion Auctioneer. We're proud to say he's a graduate of Worldwide in 1975. And his story is he grew up on a pumpkin ranch, a pumpkin farm in Florida, Texas, down in the panhandle of Texas. So he knows how to work from dawn till dark every single day out on the farm. And he's an educated man. He's got a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. And he just has one of the best personalities in the auction profession. Everyone loves Spanky, and his signature love you salutation is looked forward by people, whether he's given a speech at the National Auctioneers Association or just sees you in an airport or, as I say, in a Perkins restaurant. Great guy. The next auctioneer is Matt Lowry. Matt Lowry is from Burwell, Nebraska, and Matt just has one of the purest, easy to listen to, most enjoyable listen to chant in the auction profession. He is a worldwide graduate of 1996. He's the 2008 World Champion Livestock Auctioneer, 2006 International Livestock Auctioneer Champion, which was held in Calgary, Canada, 2006 Greater Midwest Livestock Champion, and he's been runner-up in reserve, which is second and third place in many contests. Matt is one of the most giving auctioneers in the auction profession. He has new auctioneers or young auctioneers or newly minted students that have went to auctioneer school, and they call Matt and ask him to help him, and he always does. He's a giver, not a taker. He's an includer, not an excluder. He runs a 9,000-acre ranch in Burwell, Nebraska, and has over between 1,000 and 1,500 head of cows that he takes care of all the time. Great guy, and a credit to our profession. The next auctioneer is another world champion livestock auctioneer, and that is Bruce Brock from Lamars, Iowa. Bruce has just went all the way in the auction profession. He's the 1993 International Champion Livestock Auctioneer. He's the 1994 World Champion Livestock Auctioneer. He's a 1981 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and he makes his home in Lamars, Iowa, and has a excellent real estate at auction business there. But at one time, he sold the stockyards, sold cattle at the stockyards in South Sioux City, one of the largest stockyards in the world. And Bruce is one of the most eloquent speakers, may I say, that has had the opportunity to be an auctioneer also. It's nice that Bruce is on our Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions. Next auctioneer is a young man that's deceased now, and his name is Denny Prilip. Denny Prilip is from Algona, Iowa, and you can see he had movie star good looks. And he's a 1993 World Champion Livestock Auctioneer, a 1981 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and he's just, he's just one of the best guys in the whole world. Denny, I kind of forget what year it was now, but he was so unfortunate to have a malignant brain cancer. And I would say he passed away maybe 10 or 15 years ago. He was so well liked, and he had just a buttermilk chant. He was so nice and so easy to listen to, and was so nice with people. And we miss him at Worldwide College of Auctioneering very much. Great guy. This is Colonel Ronnie Woodward from Broken Bow, Nebraska, 1971 World Champion Livestock Auctioneer, and loved by everybody in the auction profession. He and his wife Molly ran the Broken Bow Sale Barn in Nebraska for many, many years. And Ronnie is one of our best instructors. He also is one of the very best auctioneers in the world. This is a picture of him when he was selling one time. And we like and thank the world of Ronnie Woodward and his wife Molly. Ronnie is one of the auctioneers, along with Kenny Trout and Ralph Wade and Ron Ball and Terry Elson and some others that many auctioneers have listened to and tried to emulate through the years. He's one of the ones that we all wanted to be like, and never achieved that, but certainly tried. This is Terry Elson from North Platte, Nebraska. Now, Terry has quite a story. He came to auctioneer school when he was 10 years old, and came with his brother from a little town in Curtis, Nebraska. And Curtis is down south of North Platte and kind of the rolling hills of southern Nebraska. Terry, since that time, has distinguished himself. He was the 1979 world champion livestock auctioneer, and now he sells livestock and sells automobiles. And he's a brilliant mind and really knows how to sell anything that he comes in contact from start to finish. He's a very smart guy and a real technician when selling whatever he's selling. Terry is only one of two people that ever transitioned from cattle to cars and never worked on the floor. He was so good that he went right on the block and started selling cars immediately. And that's almost unheard of. Almost every auctioneer, if they transition into cars, sometimes they work the ring until they get on the block, but not with Terry Elson. The next auctioneer is an auctioneer actually lives down by Nashville, Tennessee now, but he was from Brush, Colorado. His name is Ron Ball, and I always place Ron's picture. Ron is a world champion livestock auctioneer, as was Terry, 1979 world champion, and Ron was the 1975 world champion livestock auctioneer. Ron is an excellent auctioneer, and he helped train Terry Elson, and that's why I put their pictures side by side. He's a 1958 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and he won the world championship selling livestock in 1975. He had such a wonderful chant, and he does a great job. Not too long ago, the kind of character that Ron Ball has. Not too long ago, Ron Ball was playing lottery, and he won $300,000 on the lottery. And his hired man had cancer and had a lot of hospital bills to pay and so on. And Ron Ball gave him the $300,000 to pay his hospital bills. And so that's the kind of character that Ron Ball has. This is Ron's brother, Darrell Ball, considered one of the very best auctioneers in the world, and was a reserve runner-up world champion in 1975 and 1983. He lives in Bourbon, Indiana, and I had the honor to sell quite a few auctions with Darrell through the years. We've been good friends, and he's just an excellent, excellent guy and an excellent auctioneer. Darrell is the other person, the other auctioneer, the only other auctioneer that went right on the block selling automobiles and never worked the floor selling cars, always worked on the block. That's how good he was. And these are two brothers, Ron and Darrell. They come from down in Missouri, and southern Iowa and Missouri, and they were just a terrific tandem of brothers selling livestock and selling other things, and good guys besides. The next auctioneer at Worldwide College of Auctioneering Hall of Fame is Kenny Wilcox from West Fork, Arkansas. He's the 1990 world champion livestock auctioneer. And that's the picture of Kenny when he won the championship in 1990. Kenny and I have been friends for a long, long time. He's a good Christian man, and he's an excellent auctioneer. He sold livestock for Superior Livestock. He sold many, many sale barns from Amarillo up into Oklahoma and Arkansas and so on. And we've been friends for a long time. I had the honor of winning the 1989 World Champion Livestock Auctioneer Championship, and Kenny won the next year in 1990. And during that time, we became good friends. It's kind of interesting how competition can also make some of our best friends. During the competition, I wanted to outscore him, and he wanted to outscore me. And when the competition was over, we went and had a cup of coffee or sometimes a beer, and we became lifelong friends because of competition. I would encourage anyone that is thinking about going into competition, whether it's NAA or livestock or up in Canada or state competition, absolutely do it. You'll gather some of your very best friends by competing against them and rooting for them and certainly trying to win yourself. But in the meantime, you form lifelong friendships. And so I encourage you to do that. The next auctioneer, and a worldwide graduate, is an auctioneer that passed away just not too long ago. And his name is Colonel Roger Emick. He's from McCook, Nebraska. He's a 1991 World Champion Livestock Auctioneer. He's a 1980 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and he certainly distinguished himself as one of the very, very best. Roger had a heart attack just last year at age 51, and we miss Roger. He sold in Dodge City, Kansas. He sold up in Nebraska. He just sold a lot of auctions throughout the United States and did a wonderful job. He's missed, and he left a little boy, 8 years old, Tate, who is going to follow in his father's footsteps someday. We gave Tate a scholarship to Worldwide College of Auctioneering whenever he wants to come in honor of his dad, and we sure hope that he does whenever he feels like it. The next auctioneer I would like to show you is a 1972 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. This is John Corey. John Corey is a 2002 World Champion Livestock Auctioneer, 2002 Greater Midwest Livestock Auctioneer Champion, 1992 Colorado Champion, and he's an international champion auctioneer too up in Canada. He's from Iliff, Colorado, and John, like Matt Lowry, has won the Triple Crown of Auctioneering, the Greater Midwest, the International in Canada, and the World Championship. Great auctioneer. He travels the country and the world selling for Ritchie Brothers now, and in fact I think John has sold in 35 or 38 states and maybe 4 or 5 or 6 countries around the world with Ritchie Brothers. He's got such a good chant, and he's a real gentleman. He's excellent in every way. Next auctioneer is an auctioneer that's another world champion livestock auctioneer. And you'll see a lot more world champion livestock auctioneers here, as well as world champion auto auctioneers, international champion auctioneers, National Auctioneer Association presidents, state auctioneer presidents, National Auctioneers Association Hall of Fame members, Canadian champions, women champions that have all graduated from Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and many of them in the Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions. This is Charlie Cummins from Yates-Sitter, Kansas. He's a 1995 Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate, and he's the 2011 World Champion Livestock Auctioneer. Charlie is one of the principal auctioneers with Ralph Wade and sells Superior Auctions in Fort Worth and Denver and Steamboat Springs and just Winnemucca, New Mexico, and all over the country. And he's just a great guy. He's a great auctioneer, and we're proud that he's a Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate. The next auctioneer has been a friend of mine for many, many years. His name is Mike Nuss from Minnetonka, Nebraska. Mike is the 2015 Reserve International Livestock Auctioneer Champion. He's the 1984 Reserve World Champion Livestock Auctioneer. He's the 2009 Greater Midwest Livestock Auctioneer Champion, and he won the Nebraska Association in 2009. And Mike is as good as they get, and we're proud that he helps us as an instructor here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. And may I say also, Mike is a musician and plays the guitar, and it's always a pleasure when he sings Leroy Van Dyke's The Auctioneer Song. It's always fun to listen to him do that, and we appreciate Mike being an instructor at Worldwide. The next auctioneer is Colonel Chuck Cumberland from Brush, Colorado, 1978 World Champion Livestock Auctioneer, and Chuck is also 1979 President of the National Auctioneers Association and 1986 NAA Hall of Fame member. He and Chuck helped us here as an instructor at Worldwide College of Auctioneering for many years. Just a few years ago, he passed away with cancer, and he's certainly missed in the Worldwide family and also the National Auctioneers Association family. He's a great guy and a great auctioneer. Chuck and I had the opportunity to go all around the country and sell auctions, and we've been friends for a long time. The next photograph that we're going to look at is Bob Steffes from Arthur, North Dakota. And Bob is the 1972 World Champion Livestock Auctioneer. He's the 1991-92 President of the of the National Auctioneers Association, and he's a 1999 inductee into the NAA Hall of Fame. Bob went to Worldwide in 1959. He's a 1959 graduate of Worldwide. And Bob's a pretty unique auctioneer. He started Steffes Auction Group, or Steffes Auctioneers, when he got out of auction school in 1959 and had great success. He sold at the West Fargo stockyards and has cut his teeth selling cattle, and then sold a lot of farm auctions and other kind of auctions in North Dakota and so on, and became involved with the National Auctioneers Association, and certainly did a lot for the auction profession in the NAA, and as I said, was a national president, a Hall of Fame member, etc. A great guy, and what a tremendous auctioneer. Still selling auctions for Steffes Auction Group, and his son Scott runs it now, and but they do a great job. The next auctioneer is an auctioneer that is well known throughout the country and out the world. That's the famous Ralph Wade. Ralph is a 1962 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Of course, we're very proud of Ralph Wade. He is also 1974 World Champion Livestock Auctioneer, 1995 International Champion Livestock Auctioneer. And probably more people emulate or try to emulate Ralph Wade's chant than any auctioneer in the history of the profession. He's a great guy. He sells for Superior Livestock and has for many, many years. He has such impeccable rhythm and such a wonderful voice quality, and he's really, really a good guy. I can remember when he bought a guitar signed by the Bellamy Brothers one time for quite a large amount of money, and gave all the money to St. Jude Children's Hospital. He's not only a tremendous auctioneer, but he's just a really good guy too. And we're happy that he's a graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. All of these folks along this line, almost every one of them is a graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. The next auctioneer is another auctioneer that's a graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and that is Dean Scow from Paxton, Nebraska. And Dean is a 1979 Reserve World Champion Livestock Auctioneer, and then the next year he won the World Livestock Auctioneer Championship in Templeton, California. He's a 1966 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. And Dean passed away about a year ago with cancer. Lost Dean. He was a tremendous auctioneer. He raised 3 boys, all auctioneers, and tragically one passed away with cancer just a few months ago. We inducted Dean into the Worldwide College of Auctioneering Hall of Fame in September of 2015 in Denver. His wife Leah came to the induction, and son, etc., and we certainly honor him and his family. The next auctioneer is an auctioneer from up in the Sand Hills, and that's Mike Baxter, Ainsworth, Nebraska. Mike is a 1982 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. He's the 1992 International Champion Auctioneer, and he's the 1995 World Champion Livestock Auctioneer, and I'm pretty sure he's a Greater Midwest Livestock Champion Auctioneer also. So Matt Lowry from Nebraska, Mike Baxter from Nebraska, and John Corey from Colorado are all Triple Crown Livestock Champion winners. Mike went to school, as I said, in 1982. He sells a lot of the livestock markets up there in Sand Hills, Nebraska, and up into South Dakota and stuff. He's also a singer, and he's done a great job. It's been fun through the years to be at auctioneer events, and Mike will sing the auctioneer song, and everybody gathers around, and certainly a social event, and a really good guy. His wife's name is Lynn, and we think a lot of both of them. The next auctioneer is another graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, a 1980 graduate and world champion livestock auctioneer, Jim Funk from Edgewood, Iowa. Jim went to school here in 1980, then won the World Livestock Championship just 12 short years later, and he's an Iowa boy and certainly did a great job and still sells a lot of farm auctions and so on around Edgewood, Iowa. We're real proud of Jim, and he's done a real good job. The next auctioneer in our Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions, is a legend in the auctioneering fields, and that is Jim Odle, Brush, Colorado, President and CEO of Superior Livestock Video Auctions, the world's largest livestock auction, sell more cattle than any sale barn or any entity in the country and the world. Jim is just a terrific guy. He's a good Christian man, and he is involved with RFD, Cowboy Church, and many other things. He helps the veterans and holds auctions for wounded warriors, etc. Jim also was I don't know if he sells as many auctions as he used to now. He kind of hires auctioneers to do that, Charlie Cummins and Ralph Wade and others. But at one time, Jim sold 24 or 26 auctions during the National Western Stock Show in 1 year. He was their first choice of auctioneers to sell all the breed sales and so on at the National Western, and a heck of a guy and a tremendous auctioneer. We're going to move out of some of the livestock auctioneers. You could see all the champion, world champion and champion livestock auctioneers that I've introduced you to that are graduates of Worldwide College of Auctioneering through the years and so on. And we're certainly proud of the livestock auctioneers that have started their training here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. We're going to now move into the we're now going to move into the auto auctioneers, and the first one is 1989 world champion auto auctioneer Mike Lambert from Kirksville, Missouri. Mike is a 1977 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. He's the 1989 first ever World Automobile Auctioneer Champion, quite a feat. He's also the 1991 Canadian All-Around World Champion Auctioneer. Mike is a second generation auctioneer. His dad, Bob, was a tremendous auto auctioneer, and certainly Mike even went on to bigger and higher heights and won the first championship in auto auctioneering. He and his wife, Beth, they live in Kirksville, Missouri, and just do a wonderful job. He's a great guy personally and a tremendous auctioneer professionally. The next auctioneer that I'd like to introduce, and that's Colonel Ray Reams from London, Kentucky. He's the 1990 world champion auto auctioneer, and Ray is deceased. He's a Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate. Ray was killed in an unfortunate plane accident quite a few years ago. He was a tall man and an excellent auctioneer, and could really do the job. Kentucky boy and a very good auctioneer and excellent guy. The next auctioneer I'd like to show you here is in our Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions, is another world champion auto auctioneer and Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate, and that's Brian Marshall. And he lives north of Denver, Colorado now, but at the time he won the championship, he lived in Council Bluffs, Iowa. He's an Iowa boy, and he's a 2011 world champion auto auctioneer and 2001 Colorado champion auctioneer. He's a young man with, as you can see, just a ton of talent and good looks and a big, deep voice. And Brian does an excellent job, sells not only commercial cars, but goes all over the country and sells collector cars around the country in Florida and Nevada and Arizona and all over. Next auctioneer that I'm going to hold up here is an auctioneer that I affectionately, and a lot of auctioneers affectionately called Elvis. And this is Shane Ratliff, and Shane is a 1980 Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate. He's a 1992 World Champion Auto Auctioneer champion. He is also a 1992 NAA IAC champion. He's also an Indiana Auctioneer champion and an Illinois Auctioneer champion. So this guy has really done it all. Many people relate to Ralph Wade as just being the standard for livestock auctioneers, and many people think that Shane is the standard for auto auctioneers. Shane helps us here as an instructor at Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and at the student auction or at the class auction, I always ask Shane to sell last. And sometimes people have said, why do you ask Shane to sell last? And I say, because I'm a humanitarian. He is so good and sounds so good that no auctioneer wants to sell after him, and including me, but sometimes I have to anyway. And he's a great guy. He lives down in by Chicago, Illinois. The next auctioneer that I want to show you here is Charles Nichols from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Charles Nichols is the 1992 Reserve World Champion Auto Auctioneer. And that year, Shane Ratliff took the title in 1992 of World Champion Auto Auctioneer, a worldwide graduate. And the same year, of course, 1992 Reserve World Champion was Charles Nichols. They took the two top spots in the auto auction world. Charles Nichols is a 1968 graduate of Worldwide. Actually, it was called Reich at that time, but now it's called Worldwide. And he's the 2004 NAAA, which is the National Auto Auction Association Auctioneer of the Year. And that's no small thing. He's called the Dean of Automobile Auctioneers. You might have remembered when I introduced John Nichols. Well, John Nichols learned his trade from his father, Charles. And when John was a little boy, Charles installed a light system in their basement, and he would practice by with the color of the lights, whether to stop bidding or start bidding or hold the bid. And this is a tremendous guy and a tremendous auctioneer, and he's one of the folks that comes and instructs at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. The next auctioneer I'd like to show you is another world champion auto auctioneer and a Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate, and that's Mark Bozek from Canada. Mark is a 1995 world champion auto auctioneer. He's the 1994 all-around world champion auctioneer. He's the 1994 Canadian champion auctioneer, and he graduated from Worldwide College of Auctioneering in 1985. He's taught for Worldwide since 2002, and we inducted Mark into the Hall of Fame of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, Hall of Champions in 2007. Mark grew up on a beef farm north of Winnipeg, Manitoba, and he has went on to come down to the States. I believe he lives in California now, and he's just really made his mark not only in auto auctioneering. He sold all the big markets in Minneapolis and Baltimore and Washington and out in the Northeast. Mark also sold a real estate for auction.com and sold millions and millions and millions of dollars of real estate for a lot of different companies and all over the country and the world. He's a great guy, and he's a credit to the Canadians and credit to the auction profession. The next auctioneer that I want to show you here, and that's the famous Gene Radcliffe. Gene Radcliffe grew up in Hill City, Kansas. He's a tall guy, about 6'3" or 6'4", and he has tremendous, overwhelming ability. Gene sold the markets in Las Vegas and Phoenix and El Paso, Texas. He won his championship in 1994 in Minneapolis North Star Auto Auction, where I sold for over almost 25 years. And Gene had such a big voice and such a great guy. I said that he grew up in Hill City, Kansas, and folks, Gene, as a young boy, hitchhiked from Hill City, Kansas to Denver, Colorado, and didn't have a dollar in his pocket. And he's retired north of Denver now as a multimillionaire, and with his wife Trudy, and they have a couple of dogs, and he's just a great guy. I sold with Gene at different places around the country, and I always liked selling with Gene because I wasn't as good an auctioneer as he was, but when I sold with him, he made me a better auctioneer. He is a great guy, a tremendous auctioneer, and anyway, many people will remember Gene's finger. He would always point his finger out there, and we all thought his finger must be 8 or 10 inches long. Of course it isn't, but it seemed like it. He's a Kansas boy and has done a good job. The next auctioneer I would like to show you is Neil Davis from Behr, Arkansas. Neil is a 1990 International Auctioneer Champion from the NAA, 1996 World Champion Auto Auctioneer, 1984 Arkansas Champion Auctioneer, and Neil has helped us at Worldwide College of Auctioneering, has done a wonderful job. There's probably no one in the business that does a better job of dissecting a chant and than Neil. He has done seminars all over the country and done a great job, and he's a really, really good guy personally. He has a son named Jason that is coming up, and an excellent auctioneer in his own right. Neil's done a great job with that young man. One of Neil's favorite pastimes is rodeo announcing, which he's done a lot of, and he loves to fish. We've been buddies for a long time. I'm happy to call him my friend. The next auctioneer, another graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, is Kevin McLaughlin from Dothan, Alabama. Kevin is a 1998 World Champion Auto Auctioneer. He graduated from Worldwide College of Auctioneering in 1983. And Kevin is just a wonderful, wonderful auctioneer. He one of the principal auctioneers with National Power Sports, and goes to Dallas and San Diego and Atlanta, Georgia, and all over selling National Power Sports auctions, motorcycles, etc. And he's got a tremendous amount of talent. One other thing that is especially endearing about Kevin is he's a person that gives back. He's an includer, not an excluder, and tremendous guy. He always comes to the the World Automobile Auctioneer Championship, and in whatever way that he can help, he helps. A few years ago, he was a judge there and did an excellent job. The next auctioneer is another graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, 1993. Graduate of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering, Clint Sherman from Lubbock, Texas. And Clint is the 1999 World Champion Auto Auctioneer. You can see him there with all of his trophies, and Clint's quite a guy. He lives out in the West Texas, on the plains of West Texas, goes into Dallas and other places, and just does a tremendous job. We're real proud of him. He was only 24 years old when he won the World Auto Auctioneer title. And quite an auctioneer, excellent family man. He and his wife Leslie live in Lubbock, Texas with their 5 children, and just do a wonderful job. Next auctioneer is a gentleman from Callahan, Colorado, an auctioneer from Callahan. That's Scott Goodhue from Callahan, Colorado. He's a 2006 World Champion Auto Auctioneer. He's a 2005 Reserve World Automobile Auctioneer Champion. He's a 1999 Colorado Champion Auctioneer. And he, along with his team partner, Sean Allen, just won the 2015 team competition for the World Automobile Auctioneer Championship. Scott's a big, tall, raw-boned guy with a lot of natural talent, and so he's a 2-time world champion auctioneer, one in individual and one in team, which is no small thing. The next auctioneer is another graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and that is 2006 graduate Michael Adcock from out in York, Pennsylvania. Michael won the 2009 World Automobile Auctioneer Championship, and it was held in Pennsylvania, in Lock Haven, Pennsylvania that year. But Michael is a second generation, actually Michael's a third generation auctioneer. His grandfather is Odie Adcock, who is a pioneer in the Northeast of auctioning cars as an auto auctioneer, and traveled the country, you know, selling automobile auctions, etc. And Odie passed that talent on to his son, who is the 1991 world champion auto auctioneer, Scotty Adcock, from Pennsylvania. Scotty won the, as I said, the 1991 world championship. And this is one of his sons, Michael Adcock, who won in 2009. So 3 generations of excellent auctioneers and champion auctioneers, and we're real proud of Michael. He's a big raw-boned kid, and you can see movie star good looks, and does a wonderful, wonderful job. This is, ladies and gentlemen, is an auctioneer that is a tremendous auctioneer from Colorado Springs, Colorado. His name is Paul Lund. He is the 1997 world champion automobile auctioneer. He's also the 1990 and 1993 world champion automobile ringman. And he's been an instructor at Worldwide College of Auctioneering since 2005. Paul has got quite a history, and he's well known throughout the country. Has started out as being one of the best ringmen in the history of auto auctioneering, and then he moved into auto auctioneering, and he became a world champion in 2007. He's got a dynamic personality. He's a great guy. He was a United States Marine in the early 60s, and actually boxed for the Marines. He graduated from boot camp in Parris Island, Marine Corps Recruit Depot in Parris Island, South Carolina. And a tremendous guy and an excellent family man and good man. The next picture I'd like to show you is actually 2 auctioneers that are working together. And right here is the auctioneer I just introduced you to, is Paul Lund, was working the ring. And the gentleman that is in the on the microphone, and that's Ray Holt from Colorado Springs, or Monument, Colorado. Ray was the 2001 world champion auto auctioneer, and had a tremendous voice, and a tremendous auctioneer, and a great guy. Ray came from an auction family. His dad, Ray Sr., had 3 boys, and he sent all 3 boys to a great auction school in Fort Smith, Arkansas, and run by Colonel Dale Brown at that time, and all of those boys did an excellent, excellent job. I worked with Ray at the auto auction in Denver, Colorado for many years, at Denver Auto Auction and Colorado Auto Auction. He was tremendously smart, very intelligent, an intellectual heavyweight. He had a big voice, and he was just a excellent guy. Ray was tragically killed in an auto accident in 2002, but we certainly remember him. The 2016 World Automobile Auctioneer Championship is going to be dedicated to Ray Holt, and so we remember him today, just as many remember him when he was selling throughout the country. The next auctioneer I would like to show you in our Auctioneer Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions, is a 1986 Worldwide College of Auctioneer graduate, Shannon Mays from El Dorado Springs, Missouri. Shannon is the 1995 International Auctioneer Champion, and she's an excellent instructor. She's an excellent teacher. She's an excellent human being, and she has personality plus. Shannon has gone all over the country selling real estate for large real estate companies, Hudson Marshalls and others, and she not only has an excellent bid call, but she can make the market and get the money. Excellent lady and an excellent auctioneer. The next auctioneer is another international auctioneer champion, and that's Amy Sparks from Canyon, Texas. She's the 2001 International Champion Auctioneer, and she's been a Worldwide College of Auctioneering instructor since 2002. Amy was an Oklahoma girl, and she's from Alex, Oklahoma originally. She and her family lived on a ranch, an Angus Ranch in Alex, Oklahoma, and she cut her teeth as a commodities broker at the Oklahoma City stockyards. That's where she met Ralph Wade and asked Ralph if Ralph would give her instructions on becoming an auctioneer, and he did. And he did an excellent job. Amy has an excellent bid call. She's an excellent teacher. She's went on to be a champion auctioneer. And many times I will ask groups at advanced bid calling seminar and other places if they know the one object or the one possession that Amy has that is her most prized possession. And nobody has guessed it yet, but it's her grandfather's family Bible. And so I think that says a lot about her and a lot about her character besides being a champion auctioneer. She's a great lady. The next auctioneer is another Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate, 2007 Iowa State Champion Auctioneer, Jody Sweeney. She's a 2008 Women's Division IAC Champion. She is a 2006 graduate of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Jody is from Waukon, Iowa, and she's an excellent young lady, an excellent auctioneer. Jody is a third generation auctioneer, and her dad, Jeff, is an excellent auctioneer and does a lot of business along the river in eastern Iowa. And her grandfather, Ray Sweeney, was one of the leading auctioneers of his generation and his time in the same area. But we're real proud of Jody, and she's married now and starting a family and still continuing to be a top auctioneer besides that. The next auctioneer I would like to show to you is Kaya Kokish from Palisade, Minnesota. Kaya is the 1980 Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate. She's a 2003 International Champion Auctioneer and also Minnesota Champion Auctioneer from 2002. Kaya is a second generation auctioneer. Both of her parents, Steve and Carol Reinhardt, are excellent auctioneers and have done a great job up in central Minnesota. They raise Black Angus cattle. They've been auctioneers for 30 or 40 years. Carol was the 1988 president of the Minnesota State Auctioneers Association. Her husband, Steve, was the president of the Minnesota State Auctioneers Association. So Kaya comes on, by it honestly to be a champion auctioneer and an excellent auctioneer. We're real proud of her, and she does an excellent job and up in Minnesota and all over. The next auctioneer, we're going from Minnesota to Ohio, and this is Jason Miller. Jason Miller is from Quaker City, Ohio. He's a 2014 NAA International Champion Auctioneer. He's a 2012 West Virginia State Champion Auctioneer. He's a state champion auctioneer from 1999 in Ohio, and we're very proud to say that he's a 1999 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. I was on hand when Jason won his international championship with the NAA, and the ballroom erupted in thunderous applause because of his not only of his auctioneering ability, but how happy people were that he won. He's a testament to good guys finish first. There's an old saying, good guys finish last, but that's not true. And he is a testament that good guys finish first. Jason has brothers that are auctioneers, and he does they all do an excellent job. His father was an auctioneer and taught all four of the boys how to be an excellent auctioneer. In fact, the common retort or the common talk is, I don't know what's in the Miller's water, but they're all excellent auctioneers. There's some relatives that Jason has named Garber, and those young lads are coming on as the same as the Millers. So we're very proud of Jason. We're very proud of the Garbers and their families and the excellent job they're doing as auctioneers. And Jason is in our Worldwide College of Auctioneering Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions. Next auctioneer is another international auctioneer champion, and that's Merv Hillpiper from Cedar Falls, Iowa. Merv has been an auctioneer for many, many years. He's a 2004 international champion auctioneer, and he's a 2001 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. And someone that's looking at this video might think, well, my goodness, Merv went to auctioneer school a little later than some other people did. But Merv did graduate from Worldwide College of Auctioneering, but the reason that he came is so that he met the requirements for a diploma, graduating from an auction school in the states that he sold at. Merv sells in many, many states all over the country, does a great job. In fact, the Hillpiper Auction Company has been in business for over 100 years, and Merv has been an auctioneer for over 75 years. He started practicing when he was 5 years old, and he's 80 years old now. He and his wife, LaRue, have been married for 60 years, and so that's quite an accomplishment. And he's a good guy and an excellent auctioneer, and he's a graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Another auctioneer that we're quite proud of here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and that's Kerry Osnes from Dalton, Minnesota. Kerry is a 2005 international champion auctioneer. He's the 1997 Reserve All-Around World Champion Auctioneer, and he's been an instructor here at Worldwide since 2007. Kerry runs an excellent auction business in Dalton, Minnesota, up by Fargo and Fergus Falls and so on. He's not only an excellent auctioneer, but he's a good family man, a Christian man. His son Cody is now an auctioneer, his wife Anita, and he run an excellent auction business, and he adheres to all the good values that each and every successful auctioneer has when they're a successful auctioneer. We're very proud of Kerry. Another graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering is 1961 Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate Marv Alexander. Of course, in 1961 it was Reich Auction College. Marv went on to be the 1989 International Champion Auctioneer. He's from Martin, Tennessee, and he and his wife Llewellyn have an excellent auction business down there. Marv and I have been friends for many, many, many years. We competed with each other and against each other, and along the way we became good friends. Whenever I get to the National Auctioneers Association convention, one of the things I always do is Marv and I sit down and have a nice visit there at the convention, because we became friends and remained friends for many years, 30 or 40 years now. Great guy, great auctioneer, and we're proud that he's a Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate. The next auctioneer that I would like to show you here, Worldwide College of Auctioneering Hall of Fame member and 1995 NAA International Champion Auctioneer, Scott Steffes from Fargo, North Dakota. You might remember just a little while ago I introduced you to or showed you a picture of one of our other Hall of Fame members, Bob Steffes, a 1972 World Champion Livestock Auctioneer and 1959 graduate of Worldwide, and this is his son Scott. It's interesting to me that Bob Steffes started the Steffes Auction Company and did an excellent job, handed the baton to his son Scott, and Scott has just expanded it and moved it into a lot of different areas and a lot of different states, and done an excellent job. He's an excellent auctioneer, and he's an international champion auctioneer, and they don't come any better than the Steffes Auction Company, and they don't come any better than the Steffes auctioneers, Bob and Scott Steffes. And I'd be remiss to not mention Jean Steffes, Bob's wife, who has clerked a lot of auctions and pulled the wagon with Bob, starting Steffes Auction Company years ago. Next auctioneer I would like to mention, and that is Gary Corbett. Gary Corbett is a benefit fundraising auctioneer from Denver, Colorado. He now lives in Tucson, Arizona. And Gary is a unique auctioneer in the benefit fundraising auction profession. He sells more auctions from the microphone than I think any benefit fundraising auctioneer in the country. Gary has such a nice way about him, and he communicates so well to the buyers and bidders at benefit fundraising auctions. And he also does an excellent job of forming relationships with his clients. And there's an old saying that treat people like you want to be treated, and that's Gary's moniker, and he certainly does that. This is Kurt Johnson, White Bear Lake, Minnesota. Kurt has been an instructor here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering since 2006. He's an excellent auctioneer. He and his wife Connie run the Kurt Johnson Benefit Auction Group in Minneapolis, Minnesota. They sell auctions all over Minnesota and around the country, in Chicago, other places. Sometimes he has 8 auctions in one night with 8 auctioneers working under his umbrella and selling auctions and doing an excellent job. Kurt is also a recipient of the Chuck Cumberland Award. That's an award given at the IAC Championship or International Auctioneer Championship by the NAA for the auctioneer that exemplifies fair dealings and sportsmanship with his or her competitors. And Kurt is an award winner of that, and that's no small thing. I congratulate him and his wife Connie for the wonderful job that they do representing the auctioneers and the benefit auction world. We've had an opportunity to go down the Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions, certainly introduced some of our longtime instructors and also many world champion livestock auctioneers that have graduated from Worldwide College of Auctioneering. We've got an opportunity to introduce many world champion auto auctioneers that have graduated from Worldwide College of Auctioneering. We've had an opportunity to introduce you to some of our Hall of Fame members that are international champion auctioneers that are graduates of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. And now we're going to move on to some auctioneers that have been president and Hall of Fame members of the National Auctioneers Association that are graduates of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. And the first one is Robin Marshall from Elm Creek, Nebraska. Robin is a 2002 Hall of Fame member of the National Auctioneers Association. He was the president of the NAA in 1995 and 1996, and he's a 1956 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering or Rice Auction College. Robin still today sells auctions, and in fact I saw him on YouTube not very long ago and doing a great job of selling a club calf sale. So we're proud of him. Robin and his son and other members of his family are also graduates of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. We're happy of that. Another graduate that has distinguished himself as a National Auctioneers Association president, and that's Don Shear from Kissimmee, Florida. He's a 1983 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. He's a 1997-98 president of the National Auctioneers Association, and he was inducted into the NAA Hall of Fame in 2005. Don has quite a story or quite a history behind him. He lives in Florida, and he's a deputy sheriff in the county where he's from. He also was the auctioneer for Disney. Yes, the Disney auctioneer for many years. Did a great job of all their auctioneer needs and so on. And one of the things that I remember about Don, when he ran for vice president of the National Auctioneers Association, he stood campaigning at the bottom of an escalator for 3 solid days, and we all said maybe 3 solid nights too. He shook every hand that came down the escalator, and it showed the rest of us how to campaign if you want to be president or vice president of the National Auctioneers Association. He's a great guy and a credit to the auction profession, Disney, and also the law enforcement. The next auctioneer I'd like to show you is Hack Ayers from La Follette, Tennessee. Hack is the 1987 and 1988 president of the National Auctioneers Association, 1961 Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate. Of course, that was when it was Reich Auction School, and 1996 NAA Hall of Fame member. Hack has quite a history. He's an excellent auctioneer, he's an excellent businessman, and he and his wife Tommy ran an excellent auction business for many, many years. Their daughter Tracy Dower and son-in-law J.J. Dower are excellent auctioneers and part of the MarkNet Alliance group, wonderful people. J.J. and I ran the same year for Vice President of the National Auctioneers Association, and he won that position. He went on to become an excellent Vice President and President, and in the midst of all that, he and I became good friends. And I'm proud of him, I'm proud of his family, I'm proud of his wife, and I'm proud that Hack Ayers is a graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering when it was Reich Auction School. Marty Higginbotham. Marty Higginbotham is a legend, ladies and gentlemen, in the auction profession. Marty grew up in Missouri, dirt poor, and literally couldn't rub two nickels together. And I could say that about Hack Ayers also, who I just introduced. Marty is a 1977 NAA president. He's a 1985 member of the National Auctioneers Hall of Fame, and he graduated from Worldwide College of Auctioneering in 1960. He lives in beautiful Florida, and everyone in the country knows of Marty and knows of his contribution not only to the auction profession but the NAA. The first time that I ever saw Marty was in 1983 in Houston, Texas at the Shamrock Hotel, and he spoke there, and I can remember thanking them then, and I still think the same thing, that I've never seen a more dynamic auctioneer in my life than Marty Higginbotham from Lakeland, Florida. Marty is a giver, not a taker, and he's done a lot for the NEA. He's done a lot for the auction profession, and even today he travels the country and does myriad, hundreds and hundreds of auctions from coast to coast and border to border. Truly a legend in our profession. This is Benny Fisher, Louis Benny Fisher from Pompano Beach, Florida, 2004 NAA Hall of Fame member, and 1972 Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate. Benny Fisher is just one of the most eloquent speakers that the good Lord ever put on this earth. And I love listening to him speak. Sometimes I don't understand some of the words that he says because he has an excellent vocabulary and uses them just exactly in the right place at the right time for the right meaning. And so that's why myself and so many people love to listen to Benny speak. Benny has done a lot for the auctioneering profession. He has helped the NAA through the years in a great manner. He has two sons that are excellent auctioneers and conduct an excellent business throughout Florida and the country. And I'm proud to say that Benny's my friend, and he's my friend, and I'm his friend. The next auctioneer I would like to recognize is Bill Sheridan, 2006, 2007 President of the National Auctioneers Association, 2002 International Champion Auctioneer, and 1975 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. He's in our Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions, and certainly a Hall of Fame auctioneer and a Hall of Champion auctioneer. Bill has sold a lot of Angus auctions throughout the United States, many, many machinery auctions, conducts an excellent business in Mason, Michigan with his son Doug, and we're proud that he's in the Worldwide College of Auctioneering Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions, and also that he's a graduate of Worldwide. This is Larry Thier from Wellington, Kansas. And Larry is a 2002-2003 president of the National Auctioneers Association. He's an inductee into the National Auctioneers Association Hall of Fame in 2007, and he graduated from Worldwide College of Auctioneering in 1976. Larry is an excellent auctioneer, of course, sells a lot of real estate, has been on the National Auctioneers Association board of directors and the chairs through the years, as I've said. He also is a distinction of never giving up. Larry ran for the National Auctioneers Association vice presidency, then of course that move on to president. He ran 3 times, and one time he lost by just 1 vote. But he persisted and he continued to persist, as I said, and he became vice president and president of the National Auctioneers Association. He has the distinction of being the only 2-time president of the National Auctioneers Association. He fulfilled his term, and then he fulfilled the term of Larry McCool, who passed away before he could fulfill his term as president of the NEA. So we think a lot of Larry at Worldwide, and he's quite an auctioneer and quite a guy. The next auctioneer is an auctioneer that is a legend in the auction profession. This is Cookie Lockhart from Steamboat Springs, Colorado. And everyone in the country knows Cookie. She is truly, truly a legend in the auction profession. She's only one of 2 women that are in the NAA National Auctioneers Hall of Fame. She was their first inductee. And Cookie, as I said, hails from Steamboat Springs, Colorado. She's considered the dean of women auctioneers. She's a 1963 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. She's helped us here at Worldwide for many, many years. And Cookie graduated, as I said, in 1963 from Worldwide. It was Rice then. There was 126 students, and Cookie was the only woman in the class of 126. There was 125 men and 1 woman. Cookie has been on national shows. She was on To Tell the Truth many years ago. Recently she was on Pickers. She has been talked about maybe even having her own reality TV show. She's quite a lady, and she's quite an auctioneer. And she's tops in both of those fields, and everybody in the world loves Cookie. And so there's Cookie's picture. I might say too that Cookie's dad was an auctioneer, and that's what inspired her to be an auctioneer. Her brother also was an auctioneer, and he was tragically killed in a car accident and many years ago, and Cookie has carried the mantle of the Lockhart family as top auctioneer. The next auctioneer is a gentleman named Doug Dieterle, an auctioneer that hails from Meadow, South Dakota. He's a 2004 Greater Midwest Livestock Auctioneer Champion. Both Doug and his son are great auctioneers and sell livestock in South Dakota. His son came to auctioneer school here at Worldwide, and they're just top auctioneer. He's a great guy and a good auctioneer. The next auctioneer I'd like to show you is Colonel Bob Peddley. Bob is from Mason City, Iowa, and Bob is the auctioneer that inspired me to be an auctioneer. He was one of the leading livestock auctioneers in northern Iowa and around the country. And my earliest recollection when I was 5 years old or so is going to the Clear Lake, Iowa sale barn and listening to Bob Peddley sell cattle. He was an excellent auctioneer. He had a machine gun rapid chant. It was smooth. He worked well with the buyers, and I just thought I would like to be like that man sitting behind the microphone. I never achieved the sound that Bob had because he was just terrific, but I sure tried. Bob is now 88 years old and helps us here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and we're just very, very happy that he comes in and passes on his knowledge and his expertise to new students while at Worldwide. Al Wessel is from Long Prairie, Minnesota. He's the 2003 International Champion Livestock Auctioneer, 2000 and 2004 runner-up World Champion Livestock Auctioneer, 2000 Greater Midwest Auctioneer, a 1989 Minnesota State Champion Auctioneer, and 1971 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, or it was then Rice. Al and I have had similar careers, and in fact, he and I both attended the same class in 1971 at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. He's one of my good friends. He's an excellent auctioneer. In addition to being a good livestock auctioneer, he auctions farm auctions and other kind of auctions in Minnesota. has an excellent reputation, and we've been buddies and friends for a long, long time. This is Tony Heinze from Daisy, North Dakota. Tony is a 1973 North Dakota champion auctioneer, 2000 North Dakota Hall of Fame auctioneer, 2013 Greater Midwest Livestock Auctioneer, inaugural Tony Heinze Award winner. And Tony has been a lead auctioneer at the West Fargo Stockyards for many, many years. He's a 1967 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. And Tony lives in North Dakota. As I said, he's a livestock auctioneer and as good as they get. Tony has the distinction also of starting the Greater Midwest Livestock Auctioneer Championship. In 1989, he had a contest called Tri-State Auctioneering Championship, and the next year it expanded to Greater Midwest Livestock Championship. And he's a tremendous auctioneer, tremendous guy. We've been friends for a long, long time. Here's Dan Clark. Dan Clark is from Winter, South Dakota. He's the 1997 Greater Midwest Livestock Auctioneer Champion, 1996 North Dakota State Champion Auctioneer, and a 1973 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Dan sells a lot of cattle sales out in Winter, South Dakota. He's in our Hall of Fame out in the South Dakota region. And if you ever get a chance to listen to Dan, he has 2 gears and sometimes 3. He has the ability to roll along just as smooth as can be, and then he can even move it up a notch or 2. I sent a request to Dan quite a few years ago, and he sent me a tape. I love to listen to him. He's a wonderful guy and a wonderful auctioneer. The next auctioneer I'd like to show you is an auctioneer that's now deceased. This is Colonel Freddie Chandler from Sheridan, Iowa, and Freddie was a Worldwide College of Auctioneering instructor for many, many years. Freddie was from Sheridan, Iowa, and as I say, he was a Hereford auctioneer. He went all over the country in the West and selling Hereford cattle in his day. He was actually the last, one of the last people that was trained by the great Fred Reppert, who was a purebred auctioneer. Freddie was a young auctioneer and worked the ring for him. He also had the distinction of being the first auctioneer to ever conduct a bid calling seminar for the National Auctioneers Association, and that was in 1963. Freddie was from Sheridan, Iowa. He flew an airplane and was kind of one of the original people that, as Leroy Van Dyke's song says, had to buy a plane to get around. He also was born and died in the same house in Sheridan, Iowa, an old farmhouse down in Sheridan, Iowa. Freddie and I, we traveled many miles together through the years, and he is sadly missed by Worldwide and many, many auctioneers. Here's a woman auctioneer, Jennifer Dickinson from Bradford, Ontario, Canada. She's a 2013 Ontario Novice Champion, 2013 Ontario Women's Champion Auctioneer, and 2014 Ontario Women's Champion Auctioneer, 2012 Worldwide College of Auctioneering. This young lady in just about 3 or 4 years have just risen to the great heights, and she can see that she's got a good look, she has a great personality. She sells at the auto auctions up in Canada and does a great job. In addition to that, one thing I really like about Jennifer is she's a giver, not a taker. She adds more to life and more to the auction profession than she takes out. And I, along with a lot of other people, like her style and like her personality. The next auctioneer is Bill Dickinson. And Bill is from Brantford, Ontario, Canada also. He graduated here in 1980. He was a 1995 Reserve World Champion Automobile Auctioneer up in Canada. And he did a great job up there. Mark Bulzek won that championship, and Bill came in second. He and Jennifer are husband and wife and make their home in Western Canada. Great guy, a great auctioneer. Here's an auctioneer that's really kind of done it all, another Canadian, and that's Ken Knight, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 1987 all-around world champion auctioneer, 1987 Canadian auctioneer, and he graduated from Worldwide College of Auctioneering in 1960. Ken is known throughout circles as being one of the best auctioneers on either side of the border, and we're proud that he's a graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Here's two brothers, and I'll put them up here together, and I'll just do it this way. How's that? This is Don Raffin, Armstrong, British Columbia, 1988 Canadian Champion Livestock Auctioneer, 1994 International Champion Livestock Auctioneer, 1974 Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate. Donnie Raffin is tops. He's tops in every way. When he was a young man, he was a saddle bronc rodeo horses, and I think he was a Canadian saddle bronc champion a year or two up there. He also became one of the very best livestock auctioneers and other types of auctioneers in Canada. He has such a nice way with people, and we're very proud that Donnie is a graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. His brother Peter is also a graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering in 1992. Peter is a 2001 Canadian Champion Livestock Auctioneer and 1997 Canadian Champion Auctioneer. Both of these boys have done well, have been a credit to their family, to their auctioneering profession, to their native country of Canada, and we're proud of both of them, both Don and Peter Raffin, and there's pictures of both of them. This auctioneer is Teresa Taylor, and Teresa is from Ontario, from Cornwall, Ontario. She's a 2004 all-around world champion auctioneer, 2004 AAC World Ladies Canadian Champion Auctioneer, 2005 NAA Rose Award winner. She's a 1997 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and she has helped us here at Worldwide for many years. Teresa is terrific. She is an excellent teacher, an excellent auctioneer, a champion auctioneer, and but what I like most about Teresa is her heart. She is just a wonderful lady, personally and professionally. When I mentioned about her being a Rose Award winner, that means that she did the best Rose Award paper, I'm going to say paper, at the Certified Auctioneers Institute. At the end of each course, course number 3, they have to do a presentation, and she won the best presentation at Certified Auctioneers Institute, which is called the Rose Award. I didn't say that very well, but I think you know what I meant. The next auctioneer is another Canadian, and Worldwide is so proud of our Canadian graduates and all the Canadian auctioneers that have come through Worldwide College of Auctioneering. This is Frank Stapleton from Newtonville, Manitoba, Canada. He's a 1985 all-around world champion auctioneer, 1985 Canadian champion auctioneer, and he's considered the dean of Canadian auto auctioneers. He's a 1972 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering, and he is an excellent auto auctioneer and an excellent auctioneer. And we've been friends for a long, long time, and like each other a lot. The next auctioneer is another Canadian auctioneer. We're in the Canadian auctioneer row here. This is Phil Faulkner from Ontario, 2003 runner-up world champion auto auctioneer, 1995 runner-up Canadian champion auctioneer, 1995 Ontario champion, and he's a 1982 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. I love listening to Phil Faulkner. He is just, he's fast, he's smooth, he's clear, he's a great guy, and an excellent, excellent auctioneer from north of the border. You might have heard me mention earlier when I was introducing some instructors down the line of Jason Miller. This is Jason Miller's brother, Jarek Miller. Jarek Miller is a 2015 Greater Midwest Champion Auctioneer, 2013 Missouri State Champion Auctioneer, 2015 Iowa State Champion Auctioneer, and I'm proud to say a 2012 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Jarek is just as good as they get. He's an excellent auctioneer, and his last name is Miller. And anytime that any auctioneer's last name is Miller with this group, they're an excellent auctioneer. So we congratulate him, and we're happy that he's a graduate of Worldwide. This photograph is of Roland Hill from Phoenix, Arizona. Roland is the 1989 International Champion Livestock Auctioneer, 2005 Pacific Open Champion Auctioneer, and he has helped us here at Worldwide since 2005. Roland Hill, ladies and gentlemen, is such a great auctioneer that you could waltz around the room to his chant. He's as smooth and fluid and has such a wonderful, wonderful voice. Years ago, 1988, Roland and I and many others were competing in the World Livestock Auctioneer Championship. We were down in Amarillo, Texas, and I got in the finals, and Roland got in the finals. And so we went in to draw for the finals, how we were going to sell in the finals. And Roland drew number 7 in the finals, and I drew number 8. And I can remember thinking when I drew number 8, how am I ever going to try to even sound halfway good after Roland Hill sells in front of me? He was an excellent auctioneer, or is an excellent auctioneer, and does a great job. The next auctioneer is actually a ringman and a good auctioneer too. This is Vaughn Long from Behr, Colorado. He's a 2007 World Automobile Auctioneer Champion ringman and a 2003 Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate. Vaughn competed against the largest field of auctioneers, of ringmen in the Auto Auction Championship, 39 in 2007, and came away as the top world champion automobile ringman. Wonderful, wonderful guy. Lives out to east of Denver and trains horses and has an excellent auction business besides. The next ringman that's in our Worldwide College of Auctioneering Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions, is a 2005 World Champion automobile ringman and a Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate. This is Johnny McGuire from Lubbock, Texas. And Johnny, as I said, won the World Champion automobile ringman in 2005. He's a part of the group of auctioneers and ringmen down in around Texas and Lubbock, Texas, and the Panhandle. Certainly Johnny is a world champion automobile ringman. Joey Sherman is a world champion automobile ringman. Clint Sherman is a world champion automobile auctioneer. And those boys down in Texas just really do a good job, and certainly on the Dallas markets and every place. Johnny is now a family man and has 2 small children and a good wife, and making his way in the auction profession. The next auctioneer is an auctioneer that hails from Auburn, Illinois. And this is Lance Schmid from Clinton, Illinois, 1984 Worldwide College of Auctioneering graduate. He's a 1991 Illinois State Champion Auctioneer and World Automobile Auctioneer Champion finalist several times. Lance and his family run the Clinton Auto Auction in Clinton, Illinois, and Central Illinois. He also goes up to Chicago and Rockford, Illinois, and sells the big car markets in Chicago and all over. Good friend of mine and an excellent auctioneer. He is also a tractor collector and has 50 or 60 old tractors that he keeps shedded and ready to go. Something else that Lance has the distinction of is he's trained 2 of his children, Abby and Logan, to be 2 of the top auctioneers in the country. They are part of the Meekum team and go all over the country selling auctions in Dallas and Denver and California, and excellent, excellent auctioneer, and his children are excellent auctioneers also. Here's Steve Rittenhouse, and Steve is from over in Groversport, Ohio. He's an auto auctioneer, great. He's a 1984 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Steve and I worked the auto auctions in Louisville, Kentucky for many, many years, and he was an excellent, excellent auctioneer to work with. He was the lead auctioneer at Mid-America Auto Auction in Louisville, Kentucky, and he and I got a chance, or I had the honor to work with Steve for many years. He's a good friend of mine and a terrific auto auctioneer. Here's an auctioneer that is now deceased. His name is Mike Herman from Boone, Iowa. And Mike helped us here at Worldwide. He was a Worldwide College of Auctioneering instructor for many years and just passed away from cancer here a year or two ago. We miss Mike and think a lot of him here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Next auctioneer is a gentleman that hails right outside of Washington, D.C. from Ashburn, Virginia. That's Stephen Carbelk. And he is a 1998 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering and was an instructor here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering for many years. He did an excellent job. He resigned from teaching at Worldwide. His business and commitments in Washington, D.C. and other places took him to where he didn't have the time to work at Worldwide College of Auctioneering anymore. And we asked John Nichols to come and fill in his place. And John has been here ever since and does an excellent job. But Stephen always said he's a brilliant man. He's got a quick mind and very articulate, intellectual heavyweight, and does a great job over by Washington, D.C. And speaking of intellectual heavyweights, this is David Whitley from Fort Collins, Colorado. David is a 2003 Colorado Champion Auctioneer. He's a past Colorado Champion Auctioneer Association President, National Auctioneer Association Director, and he's an excellent auctioneer. He conducts auctions in Heaton, Colorado, his auction house. Also goes all over the country with online auctions and other auctions. David is a law school graduate, has a Juris Doctor, of course, in law, and is one of our very best instructors here at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Plus, he's a really good guy. This is Shannon Schur, from Monument, Colorado. She's a past president of the Colorado Auctioneers Association, and she is also a Colorado Auctioneers Association Hall of Fame member. Shannon is a second-generation auctioneer. She learned her trade from her dad, Ray Finner. Ray is retired now, and Shannon does a wonderful job. She's an excellent bid caller, and she's an excellent person, and she has helped the auctioneer profession and all auctioneers in Colorado and other places. I might add that she is also the liaison for the CAI program. I think it's CAI 1 this year in Bloomington, Indiana. And that position is given to folks that are givers in the life and givers in the auction profession, not takers. Rich Schur, Shannon's husband, is from Monument, Colorado also. Of course, he's got a list of accomplishments that he has done too. 2010 Colorado State Champion Auctioneer. He's been on the board of directors of the National Auctioneers Association. And he's been a Worldwide College instructor since 2009. Rich graduated from Worldwide College of Auctioneering in our very first class that we had in Denver in 2005. And he's an intellectual heavyweight, as is David Whitley, I just talked about a few minutes ago. Rich and I served on the board of directors of the National Auctioneers Association together. And he is a bright guy. Rich never read every word of every single piece of information for board meetings and so on in the National Auctioneers Association. Excellent board member, excellent guy, excellent auctioneer. This is what I fondly titled Dr. Kathy Perez. This is Kathy Perez from Denver, Colorado. She's a founder and president of Exceptional Voice, certified speech language pathologist, and a worldwide instructor since 2006. Kathy Perez has her doctorate, all except the thesis, in speech pathology. So I call her doctor anyway. And she has helped more auctioneers and more singers and more actors than any speech pathologist in the country, I think. People come from all over for Kathy Perez's instruction and help. She also is an instructor. She helps auctioneers know how to take care of their voice and make their voice last as long as it possibly can. Wonderful woman, a great, great instructor at Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Congressman Gail Gutnick from Rochester, Minnesota, United States Congressman, and a 1978 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. And Congressman Gutnick came through auctioneer school and practiced auctioneering, and also ran for the United States Congress, and served in Washington, D.C. for many years, and made an excellent mark for himself and also his constituents in Minnesota. Here's an auctioneer that's in the Worldwide College of Auctioneering Hall of Fame, and that's Jimmy Franks. It says James W. Franks, but he goes by Jimmy Franks. He's from Munster, Indiana, Chicago Arena Auto Auction founder, 1971 National Auto Auction Association president, and he's a 1955 graduate of Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Jimmy Franks was one of the founders of the Arena Auto Auction in Chicago. He was one of the heavyweights in the auctioneering profession in Chicago. Great guy, a wonderful auctioneer, an excellent businessman, and as I said earlier, the president of the National Auto Auction Association. He, a lot of the people that are working in Chicago, a lot of the auctioneers that have started their careers and are even continuing to enjoy their careers are because of Jimmy Franks and his helping auctioneers in the auto auction industry, not only in Chicago but all over the country. Here's three auctioneers that are related. This is Allison, Jim, and Carolyn Behr from Denver, Colorado, auction house and gallery experts, fine art experts. I'm going to start with Dr. Behr. Jim Behr, Dr. James Behr, has a PhD. He's a brilliant man, and of course helps us at Worldwide College of Auctioneering as an instructor. Everybody loves Dr. Behr's instruction. He not only knows his subject, but knows how to teach it. His wife, Carolyn, has a bachelor's degree and a master's degree and runs Behr's Auction House in Denver, Colorado. They have a weekly auction, and we are honored to get to take a field trip there when our class is in Denver. And just wonderful, wonderful people. And their daughter, Allison Behr, is not only an excellent lady, but is also a curator for a museum, art museum in Denver, Colorado. So the Behrs are not only top people, but excellent, excellent instructors, and really know their stuff. Last is yours truly, Colonel Paul C. Behr, and I am president and part owner with my business partner, Vice President Vicki Flickinger of the Worldwide College of Auctioneering. Training auctioneers at Worldwide College of Auctioneering is so rewarding and so fun, and I've gotten a chance to be part of it now since 2001. And so that's myself, and that's enough said about that.